Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun, and I welcome you back to the 10th, I'm sorry, I can't really do it with this, 10th official character in the Super Smash Bros. 5 Super Smash Bros. Switch Newcomer Ideas list of videos. I've talked about numerous characters so far, from Dixie Kong and Paper Mario to freaking Bomberman and Crash Bandicoot. Now, I'm going to be going back to the realm of Nintendo once again with what I said in the last video with the Decidueye, a captain of a classic Nintendo character. That classic Nintendo character being Toad and Captain Toad. Right here, Captain Toad. It is going to be the 10th official character. Jeez, I just dropped it. Oh, okay. 10th official character in this speculation series of videos, the ideas for newcomers for the next Smash Bros. Game on Switch. And just like always, 3 different categories. Why they make sense for Smash Bros., what moveset ideas could I think of, like roughed out moveset ideas, and the percentage chance I could see them getting in. Now let's go with, why do I think Captain Toad makes sense to now be added in Smash Bros.? First and foremost, I've stated this in every single video I've talked about Smash Bros. Since talking about this character, and I think I stated the same thing, I think, with the ballot back in Smash Bros. 4, because I believe I had him on there as well. We finally have an original version of Toad. It's an original version of Toad that basically stands out as their own original character. It isn't just a generic Toad that basically, you know, has been in the Mario series since the old game, since Mario Bros. 1, Mario Bros. 2, Mario Bros. 3. Not a generic Toad that you play as in Mario Kart or in, you know, the Mario Party games or whatever. A specific Toad with a specific character type and specific personality, a specific version of Toad. We finally are given a version of Toad that has their own originality, and now they have their own series in Treasure Tracker, which has 3 different versions of the game. It came out on the Wii U after he made appearances in Mario 3D World. Now he has appearances in Mario Odyssey. The game is being ported, Treasure Tracker is being ported to the Switch and to the 3DS, and there is a possibility that they are going to eventually make a sequel for the Switch, because, you know, the game coming out is just a port. They're pushing this version of Toad. They are heavily pushing him. He is the new version that stands out as an original character, as the original specific Toad rather than a generic race of Toads. Besides Toadette and Toadsworth, a specific version of Toad that they're heavily pushing. He is becoming quite popular. His games are being ported to the Switch into the 3DS. He's had appearances in Odyssey and 3D World. It's just, he is a main character Toad now. A Toad that can have an original moveset. A Toad that can basically stand out among the rest of the Toads. Instead of just having a generic Toad that very well, quite frankly, I think could have a moveset very similar to Mario and Luigi, because the new Super Mario Bros. Games and everything, except for maybe doing ice fireballs or something like that. He finally has, you know, Treasure Tracker stuff, and it's a specific version of Toad, and that's why I think he makes sense for Smash Bros. Because we now have a character that's been legendary for the Mario franchise since the days the series started. And now they're finally giving him a specific character type and a specific version of him that can have an original moveset and stands out as his own main character in his own series that started off cameoing off of stuff like 3D World and Odyssey. That's why I feel Toad makes sense for Smash Bros. 5, Smash Bros. Switch for now for the Smash Bros. Franchise. Moveset ideas. A major thing that people kind of tackle, you know, a Captain Toad version of him, instead they instead want the classic Toad instead of Toad, you know, the classic version of Toad instead of Captain Toad. And the reason a lot of people say, you know, attack him for it is because he has no ability to jump. The backpack on his back right here is super heavy and he can't jump. I say we give him at least a little bit of leeway, where not where he can jump, because that's kind of cheating against the character, but give him a little hop where he's like hop, hop. He can't jump, but he can do a little hop across stage, and you have to use the moves in his moveset to vertically move him in the special attacks, not the smash attacks. In the smash attacks, I would specifically make him use the pickaxe because that seems to be like his main item he uses basically in Treasure Tracker. He uses the pickaxe so you can have him swing the pickaxe down, swing the pickaxe sideways, do any little things to attack players with a pickaxe, which would be kind of cool. Like how I said with Paper Mario, make his smash attacks focus around the hammer, have Captain Toad's smash attacks focus around him swinging around a pickaxe to attack his opponents, which would be kind of cool because we've yet to see a character in Smash Bros. That uses a pickaxe, and it is like his major item he uses. So focus on making his smash attacks just melee-based attacks, swinging in the pickaxe to hurt opponents. There you go. The special attacks is when it starts to kind of get a little bit more interesting, in my opinion, where you start pulling interesting concepts from Treasure Tracker. So you kind of put, or the game, or the levels even in 3D World and whatnot. I would say, first and foremost, like, especially because this is kind of a throwback to like Super Mario Bros. 2, have him pull up turnips and have him throw the turnips. So he has a ranged attack. He can pull up turnips and throw them at opponents, which can be a ranged attack to give damage. That'd be kind of cool. Or he can even use the turnip to, shield himself and protect himself too. And I do think he should be able to use the double cherry, like some sort of a special thing where it makes two versions of himself. Maybe you can sometimes use it as a shield, where you throw the second Captain Toad in front of your opponent, so when they attack, they hit them instead of you. Or, and I was thinking about this, like I just said before, Toad can't jump. Captain Toad can't jump. He'll do little hops around the stage, but if you have this big platform, you won't be able to get up there without doing something to get up there. And I think he'd be a hard character to master, because I think it'd be kind of cool to give us a character that just doesn't have the free range of like everyone else. Because every character in Smash Bros. Kind of fights almost the same. Like, oh, I can jump, double jump, sometimes triple jump, float, fly, and get up to higher platforms. Give us a character that's hard to master that you cannot have range. Like, he's even worse than Little Mac. That'd be kind of cool if you focus the special attacks on, like the double cherry. You could use it where the second Toad will throw you up, and then you have to move left and right to get over to the platform. On top of that, I was also thinking, sorry, give me 1 second. Like, because in like the game, at least on you could do it in the Switch version and the 3DS version as well, but on the Wii U version of the game, you use the gamepad and you move platforms around. What if he has special attacks that makes him create a platform that moves left and right? Creates a platform coming from the ground or something where you stand up, you get up, and you can move over the platform. So I think his special attacks, some of them could be shields. Some of them, if you do it on an opponent, can hurt them and send them into a platform and damage them some way. Or, like I said, the double cherry and affecting the platforms can give you, using your special attacks, the ability to move vertically on the stage, to vertically jump up to higher platforms or lower platforms or something. You're just standing there, Captain Toad, okay, platform arise, and you're standing on it, platform, and then you just start to continue walking. Little platforms that could either be used as shields, or double cherry where you can use the other Toad as a shield, or a double cherry where you can maybe throw your other Toad into the opponent, or the platforms where or double cherry, you can move yourself vertically. The second Toad will throw you up, the other Toad, or the platforms will move you forward, left, and right, and everything. So it's a strategy character. He is playable as strategy, and he's a hard to master character, but once you learn him, he at least plays different. And I think that'd be kind of cool, where it's not a character that normally can just jump, but you have to strategize and plan 2, 3, 4 moves ahead using your special attacks of the double cherry and the ability to pull platforms down, up, and everything all around the stage to move vertically, to actually master your ability to move around the stage. Because he will be a slightly heavy character because the backpack's heavy, so he's not an easy character to knock around unless he's super high percentage. But that means he could take more damage, so at least maybe his damage won't really affect him until he is really up to the 100-some-odd percent, which some characters kind of are like that. So at least it gives you an edge, like where you don't have the ability to move around as good as like other characters, but you can take more damage. And then these special abilities allow you to move around the stage, and they can hurt opponents too. Like you could then double attack opponents, like with the second Toad. You can probably use a pickaxe or something, both throw turnips. You do double turnip, double pickaxe attacks. You could do a platform, double up and just shield yourself, or the platforms could be, when they get pulled out of the ground or something, just appear into the stage. If an opponent's standing on them, they could pretty well get knocked up. It could probably give them a little bit of damage, and if they're really hurt, maybe some flying. I think that'd be kind of cool because it takes elements of the game. It takes the double cherry, which is from 3D World as well. It takes the ability to affect the stage, which is a treasure tracker thing. It takes the turnips, which are a classic thing as well. Like from Mario Bros. 2, it allows Captain Toad to have a slightly original moveset in terms of specials. And You could also have him ride a freaking minecart. I was thinking about that too, also for a special attack. Like how you can get in the minecart and start rolling forward, and you can run opponents over. It's like how I talked about, like with Crash, like on his motorcycle, you can ride the motorcycle forward. Like how Wario can summon his motorcycle from WarioWare and run people over. Crash Bandicoot can do that with his motorcycle, and you can do that with Captain Toad in this situation by running people over with a minecart. That'd be kind of cool. And as for a Final Smash, the only thing I can really truly think of is that dragon opponent that you, like the big boss battle dragon thing that is in Treasure Tracker that Captain Toad eventually does ride. He summons it to the stage and you get on it, and the dragon just stomps the stage, and then anyone in the vicinity can get either burned by dragon fire or hit by the dragon. And then maybe Captain Toad, it could be kind of also, he's in the background, maybe like a snake thing where you could throw turnips at opponents. I don't know. Or just do that, or just do the dragon, or just do both, or whatever. It'd be kind of cool to give him a really interesting, Final Smash that not only represents Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, but if you do the turnips in there as well, the classic Mario Brothers. Not just in the moveset, but in Final Smash, like Mario Brothers 2. And that's what I was thinking of for Captain Toad. Now, as for a percentage, I could see him potentially being in the game. I'm going to give him an 85%. Because it's a Captain Toad. Captain Toad is a version of Toad that's heavily pushed now and heavily popular now, but it's also a character that we have yet to see in Smash Bros. At all, and has missed multiple games. And I know Captain Toad now has a major appearance. It's a major version of Toad, so I think it gives Toad more of a chance now than it did in the past. I would always say Toad was on the lesser likely of like the Mario characters in past Smash Bros. Games. He's always been relegated to trophies, stickers, music, stage background characters, Peach pulling him out of her dress and stuff like that. Yeah, that kind of thing. But we have never seen a Toad be playable in Smash Bros. For the longest time, and it was the basic generic Toads. We finally have a main one. I don't think it guarantees or confirms him for the game, but I think it gives him a higher chance, because I always would have thought Toad was probably one of the lesser likely characters in past games, but now we finally have a Toad that I think is very likely, not guaranteed, but very likely, because I think they're going to heavily push this franchise, and he's going to show up as a side character in future mainline 3D Mario platformers, and I do see the Treasure Tracker franchise continuing, so I'm going to say 85%. Very likely to be pushed, very likely in the game, possible, but not a guarantee or anything, because it's still a character that is a specific version of a character that we have yet to see in Smash Bros. At all for the first 4 games in the series. And that is my video for Captain Toad. Put in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys agree with Captain Toad? Would you like to see Captain Toad playable in Smash Bros? What reasons do you think he makes sense? What do you think about my moveset ideas? What moveset ideas could you come up with? What do you think about my 85% chance I think he could be in? What percentage chance would you give him? And put in the comment section below. And stay tuned for future ones on this list. And not a riddle or a speculation or whatever little theory for you to speculate what the next character is. Character number 11 is going to be Springman from the ARMS franchise. Stay tuned for more from this list. Bye.